Hey, how's it going? I wanted to make a video. I just published my first book, and I kind of want to do a series of videos about it and everything, but the first one is I want to tell you why I wrote it. And I've been wanting to write my own book for God knows how long, and I've got journals and journals and journals of stuff that I've written throughout the years and everything, and you got to start somewhere. And one of the things that was really a blessing is recently a friend of mine, Valentina, she told me about the Esther Hicks money manifestation game, and we started playing it. And the way it works, it's similar to the way this book works, is you start out with $1,000 and you journal about what it is that you would do with that, and then every day it doubles for 30 days. It opened my eyes to what life would be like with abundance, and I think I'm on like day 27 of that one. I'm still doing that game. It's like $132 billion. And it's really amazing getting up to that point, like how you would spend your money, what you would do with it. And I have, the way I did it, I just did it in a journal. I just, every day I doubled it, and the ideas and the fun stuff and the generosity, it was just amazing. And one of my challenges that I've had in life is that I've always just lived in this place of scarcity and lack, if you can relate. Always working really hard, never giving up, becoming an entrepreneur, starting my business back in 2007. No matter how hard I worked, it always seemed like there just wasn't enough, to live my life, my dreams, to have a lot of stuff, but also to be super generous. And one of the things that I really believe that abundance is our birthright. We are worthy by our birthright, just by being a human being. First off, we're worthy, and because of that, we are abundant. And I really believe in the law of attraction. I do. I have a ton of respect for the whole Jerry, Esther, Abraham Hicks. I mean, the law of attraction is basically, if you're watching this, you know what it is. If you don't, it's basically like energy attracts like energy. And I come from a standpoint of everything is energy. We're all energy. We have these meat suits that we live in, but it's all about energy. And I know that there's a frequency of abundance and wealth. And the more I can adjust my vibration to tune into that, just the feeling of it, I'm certain that God, the universe, the God-verse, all that is, just by law, it has to come to me. And the challenge is getting past all the scarcity and lack mindset of, oh my God, I don't have enough money. Our currency is shot. The interesting thing is that the way we're going, it's just not sustainable. I overheard a conversation of a mom saying, I used to go to the grocery store, I'd spend $150 and I'd have a full cart. And I went to the grocery store last night, it was $560. And she's like, something's wrong. And I just kept my mouth shut, but I agreed with her wholeheartedly. Like, the way we're going is no longer sustainable. And I think the frequency of abundance is what we all need to achieve, and that's, there's a shift happening right now. I think, the powers that be, they realize that it's not working anymore. And so that's a big reason why I wrote this, because the coolest thing is it's basically a 30-day journal. 30 plus day, you can keep going if you want, but it starts out, in my book, it starts out at $5,000 for the first day, and it gives you different prompts, like what you would do with that money, how you would spend it. And some of the categories are freedom and security, clearing debts, paying off the house, building financial safety nets, legacy and creativity, investments in creative projects, businesses, B-Dub Biscuits Garage, and family building ventures, where everybody, we're gonna create wealth for the entire family. Generosity and service, direct gifts, blessings, and acts of service that shift frequency in others' lives. I mean, imagine if a homeless person came up to you, and doesn't matter who it was, they're struggling and they're asking for change, and you hand them $100 bill. Oh my God, whoa! They're probably thinking it's counterfeit or something. I mean, it's all counterfeit, obviously. We can't just keep printing money. That's what's happening. But history showed us. Anyway, my point is like, imagine how happy that person would be. They could get a shower, they could get a motel room and like clean up and have a great night's sleep, especially if it was raining or something. I mean, you would change their lives, and that just jumps up the frequency of the entire planet. Adventure and luxury, like travel, experiences, and life's sweet luxuries that celebrate your abundance. When you do things that make you feel abundant, like, getting a pedicure or a massage or something like that, like, man, you're blessing, and then you tip them well and they're blessed, and it's just awesome. Joy and play, purchases and experiences just for fun, passion projects, and pure excitement. I mean, just get your vibe higher. Like, oh yeah, like I'm definitely having a whole stable of R1s on day 15 because I got $1 billion. You know what I mean? Not that I'd be out riding them right now because of my knee, but and I'm just not that good of a rider. I'd start on something smaller. But okay, expansion and seed money, future focused investments, and bigger visions, including seed money for projects yet to come. And and that stuff, like, as you go along, like, okay, so day one's 5,000. Let's go to let's say you just stick with it for 9 days, and you got $1 million on day 9, 1.28 million. And then there's room, it's small, and then so you can, and then you might even need your own journal once you start getting to bigger amounts of money and how you do it. But all it is just an opportunity to imagine, like, oh my God, I would do some, and people with hearts like ours, I mean, if you're watching this video, you got a heart like mine, you want to see the world a beautiful place. I can't even imagine the ideas that you'll have. I mean, I can't wait to share with you like some of the imaginative ideas I have and things that I want to do for my family and for, the rest of humanity too. So that's what this is. It's a delusional guidebook to get you in the frequency of abundance. That's to be able to tune into it. This book that I'm holding, this is actually the first copy, not for resale. It was like $2, yeah, this is like the OG, and that's, like logo, Pura Vida. It's probably backwards in there, but yeah. So this is really special to me. It's really, and I hope you like, okay, it's in like, okay. At the end of it, it says, congratulations, you've reached day 30 of the next Gold Rush Toolkit. That means you've practiced imagining, feeling, and writing into an entirely new relationship with abundance. This isn't easy. Most of us were raised in scarcity and lack and doubt. To break through those old patterns takes courage, persistence, and faith. And you've done it. Pause here, let yourself feel proud, and let yourself feel blessed. Remember, this is only the beginning. The vibration of abundance is infinite. You can play this game not just for 30 days, but for every day of your life, because abundance is not a destination. It's your birthright. And, you know, like, with the help of Chat GPT and OpenAI, I wrote that. You know, that's we'll get into that, but anyway, it's right here, and it's like $7.45, which is for the paperback. And here's an actual paperback. They're glossy and they look cool and everything. I bought some. This one's going to my buddy Lewis Langston. I'm sitting in front of his shop right now, best detailer on the planet. But he always said he wanted my first book, so this one's for you, Lewis. Anyway, $7.45 on Amazon, and then $3 something for the Kindle. And then you can do Kindle Unlimited for free, and I get royalties for every page you're on. So I was gonna try to do this to 11:11. I'm like 11:15. So, but anyway, try it out. And then I can also, if you DM me, you know, and you don't have any of that stuff, and you really need, I can, what do you call it? DM me, and I can send you a PDF of it, you know, for totally free. You know, just, you know. But anyway, if you buy it and you get it, please give me a 5-star review. You know, I know, like, you're my friends, and I that would really benefit me and my family, because it gets me going on the algorithm. And I have an idea to publish a lot of these little books, because they're easy, and but we'll get into that. So yeah, thank you. I'll put the link in the description of, you know, the book and everything, and the Amazon link. And thank you for your support. I want to hear, you know, and there's a spot in there, like, share what, because stuff's gonna start coming into your life, and you're gonna see it, and it's really fascinating how it works. But yeah, just check it out and start dreaming big, because we got a lot of work to do. Peace.